Hello, everybody. How's it going tonight? You ready to get into some map time? Because I am. Mr. E, thank you for being here. He's working on airplanes right now. Isn't there a song about that? I think there is. Pretty sure. Who is it? It's that Haley from Paramore. All right, guys. I am so happy you're here with me tonight because we have some work to do. As you know, Michael Vaughan has been missing for quite some time. Only 3 weeks shy of summer. Or a little bit longer, excuse me. And it's time to find him. It's time to at least get some ideas going to see what could potentially happen. Or what had potentially happened to Michael. His birthday's coming up. And I could not imagine how the family feels knowing that not only is he not found, but his birthday's coming up and there has been no huge breaks in the case. Law enforcement has been very tight-lipped on what they know or not know. And that's very, it's sad. It's sad. I do think that Michael did not get his case did not get the notoriety that it needs to because Summer Wells is such a high-profile case in the true crime community. And so that's why I've been focusing so much on Michael, is because he deserves the same amount of exposure. And as you know, I haven't done map time in a while, guys. It's been a hot minute. So I'm going to get back into my groove here. And let's just see if we can come up with anything. All right, I'm going to go through my chat. Heather, always a pleasure, mods. Thank you for being here. Susanna. I know y'all been really busy watching Dolly Vision. He's in Tennessee right now, and I'm very grateful that he's there kind of getting his side of things because he's a straight shooter. Carla, thank you for being here. Dope Soul, Shaney. Look at y'all, Millennial. Love seeing y'all here. Thank you for being here. I know that it's kind of late there where you guys are. Z Missing Advocate said, I just joined YouTube, but it's me, Z. Hey, Z. Great, I'm glad you're here. Excuse me. So just know I might need some pointers. Understood. Who else? Grammy H. Grammy, I'm glad you're here. Tiffany, hello. And of course, my husband. Everybody say hi to Mr. Eve if you haven't. I'm sure he will give me some grief tonight. And that's okay. I deserve it. All right, so let's get into this. As we all know, or if you don't know, Michael is, again, 5 years old, about to be 6, from Fruitland, Idaho. He was last seen, per law enforcement, off of Southwest 9th Street, which is where he lives in Arizona. And I'm going to show you guys where that is. We're just going to go straight into it, guys. Let's not get too muddled and cloudy in our judgments, right? We're just going to say, okay, this is what we know. This is what happened. What are the possibilities? What do we know from, the news stations where they have searched? And we're just going to knock those things out. Hi, Lori. Glad to see some new faces here as well as, hey, Lizzie B. Hey, now, no grief from me, Mr. Eve. You know you're going to give me grief. Come on. Don't be like that. Just be real. Keep it real with my subs and my members. They know. All right. It has been quite a day full of knowledge. Ooh, that's bright. I want to give a shout out to the Twitter weasels in the chat because they work very hard to try to see if there's anything, any leads, any tips, anything at all that would lead to something regarding Michael's case. So big O shout out, big O hearts for them. Mr. Eve knows I also am obsessed with trying to find something. So I'm going to go straight to where he was, where Michael lived. I think we all know that. It's at in 9th Street in Fruitland, Idaho. Right? Shani, I'm glad you're here. All right. Now, I know that you've probably seen Map Times with like Navala's True Crime and everybody else. Grammy says, we know, Mr. Eve, we know. So, again, they're saying, law enforcement is saying that he was last seen going down his road on Southwest 9th Street to South Arizona. This is right here. You've probably seen my lives before where we went across, I mean, God, we went around this neighborhood 100 billion times, okay? However, there's something that I forgot to think about, or I didn't think about at the time, as to his scent. There's not a lot of information about exactly where his scent was picked up and not, unless you hear from Brandy on these Twitter spaces that was hosted over time. And as we all know, there's a lot of conflicting information on that. And very little to go off of. But in my opinion, if your scent abruptly stops, usually you will have at least some kind of inkling. Let's just say a car drove by and unfortunately grabbed Michael. You still have scent particles that trail behind. You know, you drop 10,000 particles per second, from what I remember. And I want to double check my facts there, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I mean, scent sticks. So it's not like it's, you know, dust flying around and the wind blows it away and you're never to be, you know, it's gone. It sticks. And it either stops because you didn't go anywhere else or something encaptured you where the particles are now sticking in a small space. So even in a vehicle, your particles still go, your scent particles can still get out of the truck or van or whatever it is that you're in. There's spaces in these, in any vehicle. You could still, sorry, I keep hitting this thing. So it's not like what we think, right? Scent trails don't just disappear unless there is a very quick, very abrupt change, and or your scent was already there in the first place and you never were there to begin with. Scent and tracking, it's an amazing science. So it's not what people think it is. It's not like, you know, those little things that you can blow on and all their, I forget what they're called, but, you know, daffodil thingies or whatever. You know, it doesn't just go away. So I just wanted to mention that because I was kind of confused on that myself. Dave Rader from Equisearch even said what I'm saying about Summer Wells. You would still smell from somewhere. Dandelions, beautiful, thank you. Not daffodils, dandelions, thank you. Anyway, so for it to abruptly stop, there's got to be a huge reason for that. Obviously, police either know that what happened and aren't saying, or they simply do not know. So we're going to assume by what they're saying that they don't know. And we obviously do not know, or we would find him. So here is where it gets tricky. We have all probably looked at a map here or there about this case, and if you haven't, okay. But my point is that if you're a nefarious pedophile kidnapper, okay, and or whatever, predator, what have you, you're not going to want to be seen, in my opinion, by anybody. So let's just say it's right here, okay? Allegedly, the fields were high at this time. It was 100+ degrees. Hi, MJ. Glad you're here. Beautiful chaos. Let's just see what kind of things we can look at. I don't want to be seen on any cameras or CCTV footage at all. All right. Now, you can't go any much farther, I think, on this street, Arizona, which is right here. So we're going down the street. This is where they live, okay? This is Bob, Tyler, Brandy, Michael's house, and the 3 siblings. So here's Arizona, where they say his scent was lost, or where he was last seen. I wanted to show y'all something here. There is this little dirt road here. This is just one possibility that I was thinking of. So if we open up here and we go to the satellite, there's this little back way right here. Okay. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the fields look like at that time. I think this is the sugar beet field behind Southwest Ninth Street and off of Arizona. Let's look at that. Fresh, hey. I've had the same thought, Tweedo D. Tweedo D says maybe the scent stopped, if there was a scent, is because Michael turned around and went back home. Totally possible. Maybe he did, in fact, go home. Maybe the timelines that we were told on Twitter Spaces by either Brandy or someone that told her or whatever could be off. It happens. Brandy said herself on a space that talking about, Bob and his timeline, we don't really keep track of time around here. Maybe she really, truly means that. So if you go down South Arizona, there is a little field back here. Do I personally think that this is a possibility? Not really. It gets quite bumpy here, okay? It gets a little rough, and there is some blockages. But it's not impossible. It's never impossible, especially if you don't want to be seen, okay? Now, I do want to mention that this back little area right here does connect to this weird street that kind of just dumps out into this field. It's called South Washington Avenue. So here's this big square that I'm talking about. Maybe, in fact, they did go this way and then down to Washington and right, or to the left. That would tell me that somebody knows this area very, very well. That would tell me that somebody had pre-planned it and that they know what they're doing and all that good stuff. So here's a few possibilities. One of the things that I have noticed is that there is a very strong defiance about farm roads, for one, and not only farm roads, but the only way to get out of here to get to Whitley is basically to come out this way. That was the big drama on Twitter, right? That there was just no way to go anywhere else but around down South 9th or up South Washington, blah, 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 to the right onto Whitley. Okay, it was a big freaking deal. We know better than that. I know better than that, and I'm going to show you why. Okay. Hi, Guidance. Yes, Justice for Monkey. Please put hearts for him. It's been heavy on my mind, and we really need to find him. It's been too long, just like summer. This has got to stop with these babies missing. All right. I don't know why this is so crappy. Maybe I should go to Google Earth, just in case. Why not? So anyway, Whitley is not the only way. It's just not. I'm going to show you why I think that. While that's loading, so let's just say that they went back here and they went straight. Okay? Let's talk about this. Now, let's say that this road right here was available. They could have maybe taken a right around the field. To be honest with you, I think that's very sus. Bumping around in a field, it might look a little weird to me and sus. If I were living around hearing that, I'd peek out and see what's going on. Somebody probably would have seen something. I'm going to tell you, this area right here is very hard. In my opinion, it's very bumpy. It's hilly. It doesn't look like it now, but it is very not suitable for vehicles. So I don't see somebody just jumping ship over here and getting onto Whitley. I don't see anybody not noticing if they were to come around here and get to Whitley. Okay? Somebody might have seen that. I don't know what you think. But I think that would draw a lot of attention, especially if you didn't know where you were. Even if you did know where you were. So there's that. Do I think that this is where somebody maybe have taken him? No, I don't. I don't. So there's one theory. Okay? I don't think that that's it. Now, the one that's really being pushed lately in the past 2 months has been going down Southwest 9th Street here. And allegedly, there was a camera that I believe was either this house or that one. I can't remember exactly. Was it this one? That had a camera on the garage. But something was blocking it to where, dang the luck, that day and that time, something silver or something was blocking. Can't remember exactly what, but it was blocking the camera. Dang it. Can't see nothing. And there was only a handful of CCTV footage, besides the splash pad where they saw Tyler walking to look for Monkey. They did not see Monkey. And we're going to get to that in a minute. So maybe that's the house. I don't know. But, one of the things is, hey, look, there's a little space right here. Okay, right here. All right. I'll shoot. Now, by the way, this is Google Maps in September of 2021. Michael went missing in July. I don't see a huge difference in the terrain. I don't see it as a big difference. Okay, I don't think so. September is hot. July is hot, especially where I'm from in the South. So, a lot of people were saying there totally could be a predator waiting up here on Whitley, looking down. And here's Michael down Southwest 9th, which to me on a busy road, which is Whitley, I mean, yeah, you're right. You could probably see a little bit down there, but I highly doubt that's your MO as a predator. That's just me. But it's possible. I'm not going to rule it out, right? But would you want to get out right there? And here's what I mean. Look at that bump right here. I mean, like, you're going to destroy your entire vehicle no matter what you have on this bump. And I hope Google Earth is. Why is it loading? Just Google Earth. Anyway, I could even jump over to Whitley so that you can see it. But it's almost impossible. I'm going to just tell you that right now. It dips down and then up. And look how, Now, yeah, there's tire marks and stuff like that around it, but it's not because people are going through it, in my opinion. Okay, that's just my opinion. And I'll go ahead and hop over there to Whitley to see what we can see. Because, I don't want to rule anything out just because I have an opinion. Let's just look, shall we? Definitely don't think that was the route. Yeah. Definitely can see. I mean, I could totally get why they were like, people are saying a predator could just be waiting and seeing him. But first of all, there were other kids. There were other kids around, walking around that day, allegedly, right? Per Brandy. There were other kids at the splash pad. I confirmed that with the man that had his children playing there, that Navala's True Crime wanted 2 dogs, basically. and spam mass report that he has kids there. Totally ridiculous. But look at that. Do you see that being a huge possibility for a car not being seen or not being noticed to come plowing through here with a child in their car? I don't see that. I mean, you really have to hate your car or not care. That's just me. You let me know if I'm wrong or if I'm not seeing anything. What y'all think? No. Okay. I don't see it either, yeah. So, let's just squash that one. If anybody disagrees, you please let me know. Yeah. So the other possibility that I also doubt too, okay? Google Maps is not going to work, or Google Earth. There is a little road right here, if you look, that just jumps off. I don't believe that this was there. I think that was made. I'm not sure for what exactly, and I don't know if this stuff was here right there. But maybe, I don't know, a car or a truck could have just hopped over onto the field and went around this and went down. Because there is a road here. Do you see that, y'all? Let's just look. Let's see what we got. Let's look at the satellite, because that's all we can do, right? All right, so you see this right here? This little road? Totally possible. Let's just say that the fields were high. That might actually kind of cover you even better. Hey, Barbie. Guidance says that field is where the cross is that made me jump across that field. Yeah, I know. Me and Guidance have worked together one-on-one, you know, going on ideas, and there's a lot of good stuff that we come up with. But let's just say that this one's it. You're going down. You're going down. If I was a criminal with a child, I don't care what cornfield it is. If I need to go there to avoid anything, I might just damn well do it. I don't know. I mean, I don't think like a predator. I'm not one, but it's possible. It's not impossible. Now, this is saying that that's what's going on. You would think that even then, the dogs, the scent dogs that came in, would have smelled those little particles. The more scared you are, the more you're sweating, the more things are going on, the particles are going to pour out. And dogs can track that scent. You know? And so for me, I think that they would have hit on it, but they haven't said if they have or not. Z says definitely possible corn was high, providing some cover. Yeah. Now, let me tell you something. You don't ever want to hit your vehicle in a cornfield. You don't ever want to drive through one. I promise you, you will not make it out. And don't ask me how I know that, but I do. Corn, it's not nice and friendly. Let me just say that. It can take out your fender, no problem. It can take out your whole ass engine if you're going fast enough. So, but getting back to it, it's a possibility. Especially if you know the area and you can just go way down here and go around to Northwest 2nd Avenue. Tweeter D says it seems likely the abductor was familiar with the area. Excuse me, Freudian slip. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, please. Also, I wanted to let y'all guys know before I continue that we are trying to get something together to where we can help find Michael Vaughan. The details are going to be limited on that, but it does cost money, and it does take a lot of time and effort to plan what we are trying to plan. The details are still being ironed out, but I do want to have a donation night for this cause. There's going to be more information after this live. I do have Super Thanks enabled now for that. So, just letting y'all know that if you want to donate to the cause, I'll have more information on it after this live. But we really need to find Michael Vaughan. Okay, getting back to this. There are options. There are options to get out of that neighborhood. Honestly, there's a lot, in my opinion, there's a lot more than we think and what we're told. So, yeah, could have gone all the way down there off of that Arizona onto this dirt road, come over here. Who knows? Who knows? I will tell you that I know that this pond has been searched multiple times per news articles and coverage. Allegedly, this has been searched more than once and cleared, where they did not find anything right here. So just wanted to let you know. Why is it so... I hate the when it's grainy like this, because it's usually not. All right. All right. Another option. Okay, this is the one that I really want to focus on. Okay, right here. Now, there is video footage that I will put out here right after this about Brandy going through all of these roads, okay, begrudgingly, because Brandy and her friend Jamie wanted to help explain and show the roads. So hopefully this live will help you kind of understand what you're seeing as they're going. And I'll make sure to guide it with a map on the side. This area right here is the vein of everyone's existence because they have driven this road down here so many times, etc., etc. That, to me, doesn't mean anything. In EquiSearch, sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times to go and find something, even if it's little, that breaks open something else. It takes sometimes it takes multiple searches and a new, fresh set of eyes and all that stuff. That's just the reality of it. Now, you cannot see on the maps this road because it's private. Now, on Google Earth, I think you can. Let me see if I can do it. Nope, it won't let me. But what if they went down Southwest 8? This is the house. Here's Southwest 8. Could they, in your opinion, do you think that they could come down this road? It's just a road. It's not anything crazy. It just goes and dips down and goes around. Do you think that they could also go to the left and go down this one? Right here. It's a road. It's not impossible. Now that is to say that he ever left in the first place in a vehicle. Okay? That's just my opinion. So let's just say they went down here. Now, in my opinion, I don't know why somebody would abduct Michael and then just go straight to the river, unless there was a specific plan to unfortunately get rid of Michael in some way. I don't know. I wasn't there, but let's just hypothetically say that they just wanted to get rid of him. Bam, really fast. Let's do this. Look how easy it is to go around Southwest 8 off of this private road and go around here. Still won't let me get used to. Go around here. Go on this road. There's a river. Then you can turn around on the other side of the highway and get out of Dodge. Another possibility. Shani says yes, absolutely, all the way to the freeway via the rest stop. There are ways, and we always have to remember that if in fact it was an abduction, predators can give 2 shits about the law and abiding by the law. Ray Porter, yeah, that river makes me ill. So it makes me ill too. You know, and I never really thought about this, but now that I'm looking at it, if you go down here, wrap around, and go down here, look what's also here. The river. I mean, endless possibilities in my opinion. I mean, look right here. Let me see what it looks like from the freeway right here. I don't think I've ever actually done that. Oh, of course, you have a freaking semi-truck blocking everything. Excuse me, sir. Get out of the way. Move your tuchus. Were y'all like just tailgating each other the whole time? Or riding side by side? Yes. Sir, I need you to pull over. I can't get away from this dude. Maybe that's a sign. I don't know. Did you speed up at all? Corrosive. How annoying. Okay, but look. This is in September, guys. This is in September. Even if there were cornfields aplenty or whatever this field is, I don't know what it is. It is not impossible to get to that river. Crystal says it takes about 2 minutes from the house to get to the river. 2 minutes. To me, honestly, that seems like a plausible thing. Area. Unfortunately, it's dreadful for me to think like that. Because you know what I mean. What is that? Is that a sign? Is this like a trail, Crystal? I think it is. You know what? I saw something. Hold on. I saw something. Maybe something burning. Or maybe like dust picked up from... Yeah, dust picked up from the tractor. I mean... Maybe it's just a sign. I don't know. But I don't know how thorough they searched. I'm sure they have. I'm not going to discredit law enforcement. They are not dumb. They are not. Fresha says, Bob is the one I'm most curious. Fresha, you know I am. I'm actually going to post another video after this expressing my concern for Bob. But, because we have no timeline. We have none. None. So yeah, is it impossible? Nope. Mac, actually, to me, it makes... I don't know where you're at. Oh, I am on 84, Veterans Memorial Highway. Here is... I was trying to explain that it is possible to get from their house over here and wrap around 84 and go anywhere along that bank, in my opinion. I was saying go down Southwest 8 on this private road, go around. Here's another one, y'all. Here's another one. I'm going to get to my theory here in a minute. But I just wanted to show you the infinite possibilities that I have come up with. You could also take a right on this one. Go down and around. Go this way to the right. Let me do that again. And then go up here. Go around. Go to the right or left. I don't know, whatever this person's trying to do. Take a right. Go up, up, up. Go around. Looky there. Impossible? Not at all. Was the walking man in shorts carrying a backpack? I am not sure. I don't know. Crystal, did you ever get more information on that? I just know that it was black shorts and a white shirt and dark hair. Crystal, yes, I wrote it with her like on video chat. She drives under the overpass to the other side, so it is possible. I can't tell you how many times on Google Earth and Google Maps I have just gone through these trees, gone through the river. Mind you, lost time with my family and my son to help find this little boy. Done everything I can. So anyway, there's that. And then here you go. There's a river. Hopefully it isn't what I think it is. And we go all the way down. And boom. Then you can exit onto Northwest 2nd off of that side road, or go onto 84 eventually. Whatever. There is possibilities. All right. Here's another one. There's another one. Let's say the predator or person, or both, whatever, they're on foot. Maybe they're on foot. And let's just say Michael, the fields were high and nobody saw, and they went in, and somehow he got over here in this field, and they were walking and walking and walking. There are ways to get through. This is highly unlikely in my opinion, but it's possible. Maybe this person who grabbed him, it looked like Tyler or Bob. Maybe nobody thought of anything strange because they've seen Michael before. I don't know. This is why I say it's very unlikely. Was he lured away? Trusting someone? Maybe. There's ways around. Now, very unlikely, like I said. But maybe there was a car waiting down here. I don't know. And it was lured. And then we go through all the scenarios that we were talking about. Or let's just say they were on foot still. This is very bumpy and hard terrain to get through from what I can see, okay? I highly doubt this was the way. But I wanted to show y'all something. There are many ways to get in this area here that you're going to see in a minute that I feel is very important. Or maybe it's a red herring. Here's their house. If what they say is in fact true about only having one camera with CCTV footage or whatever, somehow ending up back here, in my opinion, would actually be very easy to hide if you were to, in fact, give Michael to someone else as a, maybe another person is involved. It's not impossible. Things happen. Stranger things have happened. There have been couple predators, right? What if somehow he ended up in the back areas of around here where no vehicles could be seen? Because we only have the Honda Pilot, which they do not believe is a suspect at all. And the Blue Avenger has been, from my knowledge, cleared. So what if somebody was waiting behind all of these CCTV footage and all that stuff? I'm going to show you that here's the splash pad right here. And if you go up and go back around it, there's a big open field. Now, I don't know at the time if there was more trees. I assume there were. But it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to show you something. There are multiple ways to get out of Dodge while not being seen. Back here. This is behind this subdivision, behind Cornwall Way. It's right here. And this little weird house that I have done a live on. Remember guidance? I'll show you here real quick. I just want guidance, my mod, to see this. Remember this house? Remember this? Where we just spent hours, or I spent hours sending little screenshots like, what if it's here? Which I don't believe that they have anything to do with it or anything. But I'm just saying that, what is that? It's wooded. Nobody can see you. We don't know where Bob was. And I'm not saying anybody's guilty at all. It's all alleged for entertainment purposes only, for research purposes only. But this area right here that's full of trees, yes, it's deep, but it's flat. It's flat. You can get back there, no problems. On foot. So let me go back. That was right here. And those are the trees that I was just pointing to. Somebody really must have had to work hard to want to grab him. Now there's a few things I wanted to mention. There's this Wood Duck Street right here, which is the subdivision in Hidden Meadows, which is a catty corner from where they lived. Here's the splash pad right here. It all connects. This right here is what concerns me. I want to say this, and I'm not saying that anybody is guilty at all. I'm going to catch up with chat in a minute. I'm not saying that anybody is guilty at all. But I don't believe that there's just one camera CCTV footage at the splash pad and that one on 8th or 9th. I don't. It's possible, but I don't believe it. In order to avoid all that, let's just say a truck was waiting. Whoever's, I don't care. In my opinion, it would be wise to go out somewhere, maybe around here and out to Whitley, and then come back up and just spit right out into this field. And there's many ways to get to it, off of Whitley to Ayers, Whitley Court, which is highly doubtful, very suspicious if you wanted to do that. You could also go up on Whitley Drive and then take a left on this weird little road. I can't remember what it's called. I'll also highly doubt this one too. I'm just telling you that there's a lot of ways to get to where I think it is. Or I think what happened. I think somebody is waiting. See, this has a little bump on it. I highly doubt that that's the road. Yeah. This is technically a road. Right here. I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Anyway. There's just ways. You can go around to this first street. Go around here. Oh, I wanted to show y'all something. Before I get there, I just want y'all to know that there are ways to get without being seen right here. With no cameras. So, if anybody remembers, there is a recording that I put out where Tyler says he jumps a barrier to go search for Michael. And he was explaining that it was this storm barrier right here where you jump over. I personally do not see why on God's green earth he came up with this. If you, I mean, I know he knows the area more than obviously I do. I'm not from there, but I really want to know why on God's green earth you would think to do this. Let me show you where this is, just in case you're confused. That's not where it is. This is their home. Right here. Monkeys. This is where the barrier, storm barrier is. This is their home. Storm barrier. I want to show you something. When you jump that storm barrier, you can go either around here and around here to where the splash pad walk-in tree here is. Does that make sense to y'all? Splash pad. I think it's called Greenbelt Path or something. You can go to the left here where I believe Tyler said, yeah, he did say that he walked up here looking for him. So let me catch up with chat because I know Crystal's in here. Probably be like, wait, no, that's not right. Sue's a Salem dope, so I'll remember the newly installed septic tank. Mr. E, pilots suck. Fair enough. But necessary. For us, anyway. We have a business that's what we fix. The river is fast, and yes, people use it. I'm just not sure exactly what areas. Mr. Eve, amen. It was way too hot to keep walking. Snake River looks massive in this area. It really is. It's bigger than you think it is. Tweedo D, there are a lot of people that use it for recreation, but there are a lot of funky whirlpools in it. And people have known exactly how to float it. B and T are still suspects, right? Not necessarily. They're just not cleared. I have been working with Spirit Box sessions. That's awesome. I get a white van. Well, that's the Honda Pilot, but they know who that is. What I know about the Honda Pilot, by the way, is that they're just trying to figure out what exactly led up to Michael's disappearance that day. That's exactly what the update said. We're still trying to find out what led up to his disappearance, what went on. I can tell you that I don't know much about it from all of the spaces and all of the data. Bob and Tyler, I don't know shit. We don't know shit. We only know that the police don't know or might know. We don't know. I can't tell you. And that makes it very difficult. Yeah, Z missing, identified, no one is cleared. Crystal, no, there's a garage and a shop, 2 different buildings. Yes, it's for another day. Is that where Tyler jumped the barrier? Yes, Grammy, that was it. He jumped the barrier on Cornwall Way, right here, and came around to the splash pad on this walkway, yes. I doubt they had a solid scent. Too many people were out there. Well, scent particles, like I said, are distinct from... No one has the same one. Especially with these dogs that are trained. They know the difference. Unless there is a huge amount of vapor type, like smoke, like not campfire smoke, but woods burning. Nicotine messes with the dog's nose horrifically, and gasoline. You would assume, you could probably put 2 and 2 together why that would mess with their nose. Millennial, goodness gracious, y'all are blowing up the chat. What time was the call? What call? Which one? Yeah, go down the trail off of Arizona. There's a whole ass road. That's true. Go down the Couldn't an adult unlatch the fence? Yeah. If he jumped it, he would have been very sweaty. Well, I do know that somebody that was there when the police arrived and all that stuff said that he looked like horrible, not normal, like beyond abnormal. Which, that's understandable, though. Tyler's mom used to live on Cornwall until the mid-2000s. That's interesting. I forgot about that tidbit. Makes no sense unless he went there to dump something before cops arrived. Ray, you said it. Mr. Eve says, sorry, I'm not really in the chat much this time. It's okay. He's actually working on a very big plane, so. Yeah, Crystal, I knew you were going to light up when you heard about the nicotine. So I spoke to a search and rescue dog expert who used to be, he's a retired deputy sheriff in Washington, from Washington. Very well known. I think he helped search with a Natalie Holloway case and the Nepal tsunami and all that stuff. He's good. And I'm just going to tell you this. From what some of the things he has heard about this case, he doesn't have high hopes. I'm just going to say that. He doesn't have high hopes. First thing he said was, oh damn, when I told him everything. And what I told him was exactly what you're seeing on my YouTube. What direction was the pilot going? I don't even know that. Millennial, I'm looking for the time of the call. Okay, good. All right, getting back to this. There are ways to get out of here. I also wanted to show you the road. I swear it's like every time I try to get on these roads that at one time you could see on the maps, you can't anymore. Bollocks. Let's go to First Street up here. Let's just say somebody was really, really wanting to do some horrid stuff and take that poor sweet boy. There are roads that you can go off of. And you can't see them now, but it's not bumpy back there. There is a steep hill, but it's not impossible. And you can avoid cameras there. Because at the time, I don't believe that some of these buildings had it to where, either they could see vehicles leaving and entering back there. I don't know. But it isn't impossible to get out of Dodge. It's not impossible. Y'all, I'm telling you. There's so many possibilities. And that's the thing that I wanted to talk about, is that the closed-mindedness and not wanting to go and look and search those possibilities is very concerning to me. And that's really what I wanted to talk to y'all about. Either way you look at it, there are possibilities to get either close by to do what we all hope is not going down and that he's possibly in the river, or to get to these major roads to get out of the city and maybe go to Weezer. Either way, the Snake River is so close. And that's what I fear. The Snake River ends up in the Columbia River, which is an extremely fast river. But I do feel like if he was there, he would have been found, in my opinion, somehow, some way, potentially. But I could be wrong. And so that is just the part one of our map time. But statistically, they're around 2 miles from the home. 2 miles from the home. And to not want to search over and over and over again until your feet bleed, your hands bleed, your eyes bleed is so concerning to me. And the fact that we cannot nail a timeline for, first of all, Bob and Tyler, the one that was there. I don't understand. I don't. And I was hoping maybe somebody else could help me out in the chat. Crystal, can marijuana cause their scent to be distracted as well? Yes. Not as much as nicotine. Because nicotine and marijuana, depending on how it's smoked, there's a difference in that. It's much more toxic probably it is more toxic to burn nicotine. It can completely make a dog, a search and rescue dog, scent dog, useless. And this is coming from somebody that has, what did he say, 40 years in the field, 20 years, I think, in search and rescue, scent dogs. And I would love to have him on panel one day, but I don't know. I'll try. Can they pick up adrenaline without a marker? That's a good question. That is a really good question. Now, I do know that a dog can smell a scent, and if it stops and they keep going down the way, the particles, if they're there, let's just say 2 miles away, can pick it back up and follow that. It's amazing. It's just amazing what they can do. Extremely concerning, Dakota Ray. Yeah. Throw the scents. Okay, they smoke a lot of cigarettes, a lot. Yeah. Exactly. How many times do you look for your phone over and over the same place but not your child? Grammy, that is a great point. That's a great point. They don't smoke in the house, though, so I don't know how much it would be on his clothes. That's true. All right, guys. I have this shut off at 1 hour. It's 58 minutes in. So I'm going to call it now. I just want you guys to kind of think about this. I'm going to put a video out here in about 20 minutes to see. I want to see what you think about what I put out. And then comment in below on the video. And we need to find Michael. Either law enforcement knows a lot or nothing. And I really, really want him to be found before his birthday, out of respect for Michael, at least. And I think that it can happen. I really do. But that community is very small. I feel like they're afraid to speak out. Somebody knows something. And if they just open their minds and their hearts and not be afraid to fight for him, this could change everything. All right, guys. Love you so much. You know how I say. Drink your water. Give yourself a big hug. Hug your babies. Hug your grandbabies. Hug your fur babies, your feather babies, your leather babies, whatever. And have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I'll see you on the next live. Bye, guys. Justice for Michael.